Does your building reflect a ministry outpost or is it a religious museum? So we don't want to create buildings that are simply done to reflections of the past. So the iconic buildings, the symbolic buildings of the past, are falling out of favor to buildings that offer a more progressive line of thought. I don't know why. I'm not here to explain that to you. All I can tell you is that in my own firm, I've got a lot of younger design guys that associate with me on design, most of them under 35 years old. They look at the buildings of the past, the gabled fronts with the 4 columns. You know what they call that? Phony colony. To them, it's not authentic. It's not real. It's trying to pretend to be something it is not. It's trying to reflect and borrow from the past to cast an impression on the current. Something like this, the building that we're in today, is more a reflection of its time. As time goes on, it may be necessary, Jeff, for you guys to change a little bit of the color on here. These colors may not be so cool. Although I think color tends to be a little more stable in the South Florida area than it does in other parts of the country. But nevertheless, there's going to be things that will be tweaked in this building to make it more current, to make it more reflective of that. So it's not about chasing trends, but it is about responding to what people think of as expectations to their community. Relevant to your local culture. This building is Mountain Life. This is up at 7,400 feet above sea level. They've got about 60 inches of snow on the ground right now. Utah is getting plastered like California is. It feels like a lodge when you walk into this building. There's a roaring fireplace. It's a beautiful interior. Heavy beam construction. There's another part of this building. This is an addition that we're doing right now. There's another part of this building. They wanted it to feel like a ski lodge because they couldn't get the men to come off the mountain to go to church. So they created a building that feels like a ski lodge. And lo and behold, men feel comfortable. The only thing missing from the building is a giant moose head. They've got everything else there. Authentic, warm, industrial design. So creating a sense of intimacy within the larger context of the space, creating opportunities for change as the future goes on. Very important for us to think about. And doing things too. This is a simple floor. This was a stained concrete floor similar to what you see out here, only they used color. And then they took gels of puzzle pieces. It's a little bit out of focus right now, but they put gels of these puzzle pieces and cast puzzles on the floor at the entry to the kids zone. These are check-in kiosks for the kids areas. And the kids walk in and it's like a giant jigsaw puzzle on the floor of the space. Being relevant, very important for us to be thinking about.